At number 20, the Sanriku earthquake, Japan, 1933. Registering a magnitude of 8.4, this offshore giant struck on the 2nd of March. Its tsunami tore through the coastline, destroying more than 7,000 homes. At number 19, the Arequipa earthquake, Peru, 2001. The quake measured 8.4 in magnitude, striking on the 23rd of June. So immense was its force, it was felt hundreds of kilometers away in La Paz, Bolivia. At number 18, the Kuril Islands earthquake, Russia, 1963. It registered a magnitude of 8.5 on the 13th of October. The tsunami it unleashed traveled thousands of kilometers, reaching as far as the coasts of Mexico and Canada. At number 17, the Atacama earthquake, Chile, 1922. Measuring 8.5 in magnitude, it struck on the 11th of November. The tsunami it generated crossed the entire Pacific Ocean, arriving on the shores of Japan nearly 24 hours later. At number 16, the Banda Sea earthquake, Indonesia, 1938, a magnitude 8.5 event, recorded on the 1st of February. Despite its extraordinary power, its remote location spared the world from significant destruction. At number 15, the Unimak Island earthquake, Alaska, 1946. Arriving on the 1st of April, it measured 8.6 in magnitude. The tsunami it spawned crossed the Pacific at the speed of a jet aircraft. At number 14, the Assam-Tibet earthquake on the border of India and China, 1950. This 8.6 magnitude event struck on the 15th of August. To this day, it remains the largest earthquake ever recorded that did not occur beneath an ocean. At number 13, the Andreanof Islands earthquake, Alaska, 1957. Measuring 8.6 in magnitude on the 9th of March, it reshaped the seabed beneath the North Pacific. It struck the very same fault line that would later produce the most powerful American earthquake in recorded history. At number 12, the near Simiuli earthquake, Indonesia, 2005. Registering 8.6 in magnitude on the 28th of March, it shook a world still reeling. Remarkably, this devastating event was itself an aftershock of the catastrophic Indian Ocean earthquake just months before. At number 11, the Indian Ocean earthquake off Sumatra, 2012. On the 11th of April, it registered a magnitude of 8.6. It holds the distinction of being the largest strike-slip earthquake ever captured by modern seismology. At number 10, the Rat Islands earthquake, Alaska, 1965. Striking on the 4th of February with a magnitude of 8.7, it sent a 10-meter tsunami crashing into Shemi Island. Remarkably, not a single life was lost. At number 9, the Ecuador-Colombia earthquake, 1906. On the 31st of January, it delivered a magnitude of 8.8 to the Pacific coastline. The tsunami that followed was powerful enough to be detected across the ocean in Hilo, Hawaii. At number 8, the Maule earthquake, Chile, 2010. Measuring 8.8 on the 27th of February, it was one of the strongest ever recorded. Its energy was so immense, it permanently shortened the length of an Earth day by 1.26 microseconds. At number 7, the Kamchatka earthquake, Russia, 2025. Registering 8.8 on the 30th of July, it announced itself as a modern monster. Just 10 days before it struck, a magnitude 7.4 foreshock had already set the ground trembling. At number 6, the Cascadia earthquake, North America, 1700. Estimated at a magnitude of 9.0, it ruptured on the 26th of January. It produced what scientists call an orphan tsunami, waves that struck Japan with no earthquake felt there at all.
At number 5, the Kamchatka earthquake, Russia, 1952. On the 4th of November, it became the first earthquake in recorded history to be measured at a magnitude of 9.0.
A landmark moment in the science of seismology. At number 4, the Tohoku earthquake, Japan, 2011. Striking on the 11th of March with a magnitude of 9.1, it was a catastrophe of almost unimaginable scale. The force of the quake shifted the Earth on its axis and moved the main island of Japan by 2.4 meters. At number 3, the Indian Ocean, earthquake off Sumatra, Indonesia, 2004. On the 26th of December, a magnitude 9.1 rupture triggered one of the deadliest disasters in human history. The energy it released was the equivalent of 23,000 Hiroshima-type atomic bombs. At number 2, the Great Alaska Earthquake, 1964. On the 27th of March, the ground lurched with a magnitude of 9.2. For 4 minutes and 38 seconds, the Earth simply did not stop shaking. At number 1, the Valdivia earthquake, Chile, 1960. On the 22nd of May, the planet produced a magnitude of 9.5, a number that has never been surpassed. It is the most powerful earthquake ever recorded in all of human history.